Hi guys, Flisk here. So we're going to pick up where we left off last time. We'd just done the entirety of the first mission on Liberty Island. We freed Gunther, we apprehended the NSF terrorist guy at the top of the statue. So now we get to report back to home base at Unatco headquarters, and we get to see what all the fuss is about. I believe that's my brother.
We've got the island secured. How did things look in the statue? The leader surrendered. So they were after Ambrosia. A month's supply for the East Coast. We think they've taken it back to the city. I didn't know Unatco handled the Ambrosia distribution. Manderley will brief us shortly. Unatco makes sure the limited supply of vaccine gets to government agencies and key industries. It's good to finally see some action. Yeah, well, pace yourself. You killed a lot of people tonight. I'll handle things out here. You better get to Manderley's office on level 2 and report for duty.
So he doesn't like that we killed a lot of people. They were trying to kill us though, to be fair.
Get inside. I'll meet you in Manderley's office.
So the thing about the HD textures is, obviously, as I mentioned before, the HD textures didn't really go to the character models. There was a mod for that, but it's been pretty buggy recently, which is why I didn't do it. But the HD textures for the rest of the game world itself, the floors, the walls, the ceilings, that kind of thing, and improve things like signs, like the Unatco HQ sign there, they do actually make it a lot more fun to play. And besides, the goofy character models are kind of fun anyway.
Way to go, sir. I thought Gunther was a goner.
So again, that's code for the helipad.
It's my first day too. I'm pretty excited. I was in your class at the academy. You probably don't remember. Manderley's office is on level 2. He's expecting you.
Oh no, Manderley wants to see us.
I wouldn't do that if I was you.
He doesn't like that we're stealing his soda.
I've got to watch the doors.
It's fine, because I'm going to drink the soda anyway. So screw you, asshole. My soda. So, if you... Oh.
Check in with Manderley on level 2.
So it wants me to see Manderley. So from last time, if you watched my last video, there was a problem with the pistol ammo. I was stuck on 0 pistol ammo permanently. Hopefully that bug will correct itself when I pick up a different type of pistol. Maybe standard pistols are now bugged for the rest of the game. I have no idea what has caused that. It's a bug I've never seen before in all the years of playing Deus Ex, so I don't think Shifter's caused it, because I've used this same version of Shifter before. So it's very, very strange, and the textures wouldn't do that, because the textures don't affect it, so not sure. But hopefully a stealth pistol or one of the special pistols put in by Shifter will have the correct ammo function enabled. Best music. Unatco HQ music. So soothing and relaxing when it loads up. It's so iconic, this music in the background, to people who've played the game. Whilst the animations are a bit goofy, it is nice that they have things like working mirrors actually put in to the game world.
Come on in. The retinal scanner can read blood vessel patterns right through your sunglasses.
Again, so this was lamp shaded, not so much in the second game, but definitely in the third game, with the augmented sunglasses in Adam Jensen's face. JC Denton wears sunglasses all the time because his vision is augmented, as he will most likely deliver.
I heard there was a lot of fighting topside.
Cool. So, Unatco HQ proper.
Remember that Mr. Manderley wants to see you. Level 2. His secretary, Janice Reed, has your login and password.
So we could mess about up here for a while, but I think what we'll do is we'll go straight to Manderley. We will get our briefing on what to do, for the next part of the game, and then we'll have an explore and a mess around, and you can see all the things in here that I like to do. Joseph Manderley's office.
Good work out there, Mr. Denton. Mr. Manderley said you handled yourself nicely. Welcome to Unatco HQ. Our little family keeps getting bigger.
Is Mr. Manderley available?
Yes, go right in. By the way, your computer account is ready. Log in JCD, password Bionic Man.
JCD Bionic Man. See, they fall into the trap of making a password that you know, is kind of you know, personal to the person whose account it is. Bionic Man.
You're going to make a mess.
I like how at the end she's got a winky face there. Password is knight_killer, and login is still J Manderley. But it's fine, we shall have a snoop in Mr. Manderley's account later on. Some cool stuff in there. So again, we're getting skill points thanks to Shifter. They adjusted the amount you got and where you got them, and in effect you get a lot more because it was very hard. Once you upgraded a couple of skills, it was quite hard to upgrade them later on, and you had to, much more emphasis was based on your inventory rather than the skills you picked, because you barely got to pick them. So, JC Manderley.
Reporting for duty, sir.
The man himself. Splendid. Do accept my apologies about the situation topside?
A refreshing change from the academy, sir.
Don't despise training, my boy. Even you would be worthless without the shaping touch of drills and studies.
So the NSF took a shipment of the Ambrosia vaccine? Give me a chopper and a pilot and I'll handle it.
I'm sure you could. Yes, indeed. But we're having your brother head up the recovery team. You'll work with Agent Anna Navarra. Why don't we meet when you've seen Jaime for a medical checkup and received your equipment from Sam Carter? You'll be briefed at that time.
Yes, sir.
So we need to get a medical checkup and an armory. Oh yeah.
You'll behave like a professional. That's an order.
I'm just reading.
That's enough, Agent.
Just reading a goddamn book. You asshole.
The Med Center and Armory are on level 3.
We'll quick save before I do something stupid. Get into his bathroom. Flush the toilets.
I've got work to do.
Any messages? Nothing hidden around. What's this book? Cool. So there are a couple of things that, again, were lampshaded in other games, but are kind of integral to the first part of the Unatco here. They're quite memorable. They stick in your head. So the first one here is going to be, obviously, the janitor's closet. It's locked at the moment. We could use a lockpick. I'm sure we can find a key somewhere. Let's see, I think all of these... The key doesn't have the right
We finally
code.
got to cap some rebels, eh, Denton?
Yep, we sure did. Nope, not the right code. Okie dokie. Aha, this is my office. Here we go.
You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? Yes, I see here that she did.
Cool, so, cobble box. It's got a crowbar out. See, look. Another thing that Shifter added was various boxes do contain there's some credits sometimes. A couple of books here. So I'll leave you guys to pause the videos if you want to read the books that I pop up. I have read them all. Some of them are just basic information on weapons and gadgets in the game. A little bit of background, the fact that they actually did the time to, you know, kind of make the background information is quite cool. Some of it is actually backstory to the game and provides extra information that the characters and the story itself don't actually give you. But it's all in-game, it's all there if you want to find it. There are lots of different books that you can you know, find and read up on. Some are hidden, some are, you know, obviously in plain sight. So it's well worth the extra lore. So let's have a look. So JCD Bionic Man. Another cool thing about Deus Ex, when you're logging into a computer, you're actually typing. When you're doing a keypad, you can type with the, your own keypad, if you're not hacking it, that is. So it is pretty cool. That that's something that's in the game. You have to sometimes things are written on the wall or whatever, but most of the time passwords and that get put in your log screen. So if you don't remember them off by heart, you can just go into your log screen and get those down. So it's it's a pretty cool thing. There's some stuff about nano augmentations. Again, it's all extra background information, which is again extra stuff. So let's go into Manderley's. J. Manderley, Night Killer. It's a good thing it's in my logs. Let's have a look. Night_Killer, J. Manderley. Okay, so no caps. And I've probably spelt Night Killer wrong, haven't I? J. Manderley, Night_Killer. Well, luckily, I believe we can copy. And paste. Yes, we can. Manderley. Why can't I log into J. Manderley's account? Missing an E, that's why. There we go. So, our little experiment should be arriving soon. Clear it for domination 5F ops as soon as possible. Proceed with caution. We have serious concerns about the primary unit and would like to avoid any potential contamination. Okay, so I'm not gonna really spoil things for you. I mean, obviously the intro cinematic, which was in my first Let's Play, did allude to this as well and what it was all on about. So basically, they don't think the primary unit's going very well, and they want the secondary. He wants the secondary unit to, make sure the secondary unit works. So they don't want the first unit to interfere with the second unit. And a cool little thing that Shifter added in. So Skull Gun for Herman to J. Manderley, CC, Anna Navarra. Might I suggest again a skull gun for my head? Yesterday in Battery Park, some scum we all know pushes smack for NSF, gets jumpy and draws. I take 2 .22s, 1 in flesh, 1 in orgs before I can get out of that damn assault gun. If I could kill just by 4 it would be better. It isn't my job to be human target practice backstop. Gun for Herman. So he wants a skull gun. Oh my god. And also he's typing like he's speaking in broken German, which is kind of funny. So let's see if there's anything hidden under my desk. Nope, not this time. So that's my office. So I can hear more book.
JC. Mind if I call you JC?
Mind if I call you JC? It's entirely fine by me, matey. Cool piece of dialogue. A lot of people know about this dialogue. It's one of the most famous pieces of dialogue in Deus Ex history.
Are you sure you pressed the right button?
I do not make mistakes of that kind.
Your hand might have slipped.
No, I wanted orange. It gave me lemon lime.
The machine would not make a mistake.
It's the maintenance man. He knows I like orange.
So you think the staff has some kind of plot?
Yes, they do that on purpose.
My new partner, J.C. Denton.
Wanted orange.
Don't tell me you're going to wear those sunglasses during a night operation.
My vision is
My
augmented.
vision is augmented.
At least it is a way that we know when it's not foul.
Forgive my interruption. I just wanted to say that I look forward to working with you, Agent Navarra. Could you tell me how to find Jaime's office?
I do not expect you to perform as well as Agent Herman, but the mission will require us to do more than frighten the NSF with our baggy coats that make us look bigger than we really are.
I am prepared to perform my duties.
He will not be the equivalent of his brother. I have seen that he knows the procedure of a good offensive.
Let us hope you are right.
I won't let you down, Agent.
So yeah, again, they like to joke about, you know, like obviously JC's baggy coat, which is kind of funny.
Forget how Agent Navarra is not friendly. She has every life to give for her partner. You should get moving.
So I want to hack this ATM, but Gunther is standing around being a pleb. I want him to disappear, really, to be honest. So just to get far enough away, that'll do. I need to get in. There we go. It's a bit hit and miss. Sometimes they notice you using it, sometimes they don't. It's a bit strange. So these public access terminals here, they don't do anything for the game. You don't need to ever use them for anything in the game, ever. However, they all have backstory. So that's knowing your enemy and some extra bulletins and that kind of thing. Later on in the game, they actually become quite fun to read. I won't spoil why, but continuing to watch those is actually quite cool. To read those is quite cool.
Glad to have you aboard.
Act 1337, Act Elite. So, pretty cool stuff going on. Now in here there's some tranquilizer ammo, normal tranquilizer, sorry, crossbow, mini crossbow ammo, normal darts, tranq darts and flare darts. These are the first normal flare darts you'll be able to find. So we're going to take advantage of line of sight. The camera won't bother me when I'm picking a lock, but that person might care that I'm picking a lock. Take advantage of line of sight here and pick said lock. You never get a key for this, so you can either blow the doors off with explosives if you're feeling suicidal, or, as I've done, pick a lock. So crossbow ammo. Mini crossbows, darts, flare darts, but I want tranq darts. So tranquilizer darts. There we go, cool.
Just making the rounds.
So we got the key earlier. I just remembered. We got it from a desk earlier. Janitor's key. And in here now. This is locked again. There's nothing on the floor here. So we're going to go into the other one, and I think I should be able to... There we go, unlock this one as well. So let's open up this crate. Paper cartridge. Again, as I mentioned in the previous Let's Play video, ammo does not take up inventory space. So if you find ammo, pick it up. Always pick it up, because you never know when you might need that extra clip, or you never know when you might run out of a particular weapon, or you need to get rid of a weapon and pick up another one, and if you haven't picked up ammo for it because you've not been using it, you suddenly don't have no ammo for it. So. Let's unlock this little thing here. And behind this, a bioelectric cell and a multi-tool. Now, always check the janitor's closet, as you'll see in the later videos of my Let's Plays. It's always nice.
Hell of a first day.
To see. It's always nice to look in the janitor's closet. So we'll go to those two buildings, those two rooms later. We'll go into level 2 first. So, some cool things you can do in here. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's go to the men's restroom. Aha, now, I think one of these will do it. So you've got shifter mod installed, or if you have shifter mod installed, obviously it's going to help you with skill points. They also added a couple of fun things. One of these maybe. There we go. Public hygiene awareness bonus. 2 skill points awarded. So, flush them toilets. Because 2 skill points is 2 skill points.
That was a close one up there.
So let's go. Don't know where to go next actually. Let's go down here. Yeah, gun for Herman and an Avara. So again, darts. Picking up ammo like this, it's not like Elder Scrolls where if you're in someone's house and you steal their stuff, they
I am not going to hold
care.
your hand. You have your orders.
If there's ammo all lying around like this, they don't care. Pick it up. Might get a bit.
Get your checkup on level 3, and let's get going.
It's too heavy to lift as because I'm standing on it. Oh no, we broke the newspaper. Yeah, the newspaper shattered because I threw it across the room. So yeah.
I am not going to hold your hand. You have your orders.
Shut up, Anna. So yeah, one of the cool things about the textures is they added extra things that were never there. This was a blank wall in the original one, I think.
I am not going to hold your hand. You have your
low-res
orders.
version of this is the ZHL U1953 assault rifle. One of the best weapons in the game, really. A fully upgraded one is ridiculously disgustingly good and is well worth it.
Way to go, sir.
It's a Unatco guy.
Gunther should have followed orders.
Yes, he should.
I can't wait to get to New York and finish the job.
New York's actually a fun part. I mean, it's early on, but even though it's early on,
Get your checkup on level 3, and let's...
it's quite, it's quite good fun. There's a lot of stuff going on. Let's get a quick save it there. So my inventory, what's going on? Clip size can make every big note.
You're getting warm.
Let's see, Alex Jacobson. Last soda. Aside from the bold-faced title, the can appears to be blank. Close inspection shows the original printing has been removed and a new name printed on top. The words "Got Electrolytes" and "First Mutilator" are still barely visible. Candy bar. What does this one say? Chocolate dream. It's chocolate as people. It's both 85% recycled material. Cool. So what else is going on? So
You're red hot. Looks like you found me.
it's Alex Jacobson.
Like leading a mouse to cheese.
This thing is starting to give me a headache.
Don't worry, we shut it down when you go off duty.
I guess I'll get used to it.
I'm Alex Jacobson, communications engineer.
I suppose you already know who I am.
Getting there. You're certainly quicker on the uptake than your brother Paul ever was.
Thanks.
No one seems to like Paul.
Don't worry, I'll be watching your back.
So,
Okay, enough goofing around. You feel okay, JC? You're acting strange.
sometimes the NPCs are a little bit sketchy as to what they do and don't like picking up. It's very, very odd. Pinball machine. So, you might be thinking, what else is there to do? Well, obviously there's a data cube here. G. Herman password to Zeitgeist. Next week it'll be Schadenfreude. What a strange guy. So G. Herman Zeitgeist. So we'll have a look at his emails. So one of the cool things about in here, there is a secret panel. Now you can, and this was the same on the SD textures as well, as you can see. I don't know if you can quite clearly quite see that there, but there is a slight texture coloration difference for this little panel here, which moves. That's actually a lot more obvious on the non-HD versions. The non-HD version is like a big bump. It's basically like someone's put like a square block underneath the carpet there. It's very, very obvious. Just going down here. There's also another one there as well, and that, again, that's the same on the SD textures. There's quite a big little under office space, and we have a scope mod, sorry, another scope mod, which is pretty cool. Office door key as well, so note that we don't need to use the lockpicks for those office doors. Now I can spot a bit more 30-06 ammo. You can never have enough for 30-06 ammo, I don't think. Cool, let's jump up here. Ooh. Come on, there we go. Let's put those back. Cool. Nice. So this one we do need a multi-tool for. Now you notice I had the code there without actually knowing the code. There are a couple of ways where you get that code. Actually, let's log on to here. And again, I can't spell. So, G. Herman Zeitgeist. So, Manderley replied to him his skull gun thing. Personally forward your request to preparations upgrading our combat run is an ongoing priority. Speaking of which, you certainly made the best of a difficult situation yesterday. We applaud your courage. Thank you for living to work another day, Gunther. We need more agents like you. So he just completely like doesn't care that it's about a weird skull gun. He's like, yeah, if it allows you to kill more guys, then sure, why not? It's like, okay. And Jay Manderley, our new recruit. So he's talking about us. Let's have a listen. JD Denton will be joining us today after his stint at the academy, and I'm assigning the both of you the task of keeping a watchful eye on him while monitoring his progress. His assigned cover name for the duration of this service will be JC Denton. So that was the extra name you could pick for yourself when you create a character. It only ever gets mentioned in text, so you can change that to whatever you want. Whatever you find most hilarious, really, for the text. I just left it as JC Denton. We thought it would be best to keep the cover names within the family, since Paul has already received the Denton code name. So, JC Denton is not actually your name, because it says that your brother Paul Denton already received the Denton code name, so we know that you aren't actually called JC Denton, but everyone will still refer to you as JC or Denton, so... And I have great faith in you both and trust you do your utmost to ensure that you become a successful and productive member of this organisation. Until further notice, I'd like to receive weekly reports. Oh yeah, so I opened this door with the code 2001. It's the year that I believe it's the year that the game was made, or the game came out. I can't remember where you actually learn it. I think it's actually one of those codes that you get from hacking. I will just find out though. Might be able to log into his account. There's always a way to save your multi-tools. Jacobson. There we go. Locker code 2001. Subject lock code 2001. Again, so there are ways to save your multi-tools, save your lockpicks. You can find keys. You can, if you've got a computer skill, you can hack. If you don't, there are ways you can get around stuff. So we're going to log out before the icebreaker goes to red, and we set off the alarm. So some other cool stuff to do down here. I'm going to go to the armory last. Let's go and see what we can find in those offices. So work there. Always check under desks. So you get the office door key from there as well, in case you, say, open this one with a lockpick. accuracy modification. Well, we know exactly... Press the wrong button again. Well, we know exactly what we're going to upgrade for this. We want our mini crossbow to have that. We also have an extra scope mod. Now, you can't obviously put scopes on sniper rifles, and there are a couple of things that they are a little bit useless on. I am going to drop this scope on the get gun, because it is actually quite useful to have the scope on the get gun.
Bet the NSF won't try that trick again.
That's what you think, buddy. Again, always search your environment, multi-tools and all sorts. Basketball. Certificates. Doing all sorts of stuff. Again, all of these little extra things that were added. These officers seem a little bit rubbish. Look at this. It's there's like plants, a basketball, lots of plants in this room actually, some trophies, a table, and a chair, but with nothing on them. So it's like, okay, a bit weird. No trophy for you. Almost broke. Trophy, let's throw it down the stairs. No trophy for you. Broken trophy. So we've looted those officers for useful things. Cool fun stuff to do. Notice the textures again.
How unprofessional.
Well, Shannon won't be appreciating this.
Expecting a show?
Yes. I just wanted my skill points.
Don't think I won't report this.
Silly Shannon. Right. So let's have a look at our skills, see if we can upgrade anything. We've got 2,000. I'm gonna upgrade my lockpicking, seeing it's no, my lockpicking is trained. Electronics is untrained. There we go. Upgrade electronics. Cool. More skill points. More skill points. Yes. So it talks about the medical bots, and I believe that added something in the notes. Yeah. So, first of all, let's heal ourselves up. We're healed. So, augmentations, cool. So, basically the way it works is, your augmentation slots give you the abilities to do certain cool things. But you usually, the torso and subdermal, you've got 3 and 2 slots respectively. But for arms, cranial, eyes and legs, you can only have one of each. So you get a choice usually between 2. I think there might be a couple where you can have, obviously for the torso and subdermal there's more, but for the rest there's usually 1 or 2 for the others that you can do. So, let's have a look. We've got a choice between microfiber and muscle. So this one allows you to push and lift extraordinarily heavy objects and boost hand-to-hand combat strength. So your melee damage is increased, and you can lift heavier objects, and you can also move heavier objects. Or electrostatic discharge. This seems an interesting one. This is one of the extra ones that was changed or added. Nanomolecular capacitors under the skin store bioelectric energy in the agent's hands, discharging bursts of static electricity during hand-to-hand combat. So, basically, your melee attacks do EMP damage, which is a very, very absurd and odd thing for like a game like this where you're hitting things with crowbars or whatever. Your melee attacks will now do EMP damage. Very, very strange. So you can, make bots turn against you. The problem with this is, I like the Tech 1, 2 and 3s are kind of cool. Tech 4s normally have a really like a kind of interesting way of describing it. So Tech 4, the agent can take out a dozen bots with a toothpick. So you know, it gives it basically an over-exaggeration. It just shows you how powerful the level 4 upgrade of them is. So obviously you can play this game so many different ways. You can technically do a 0-kill run through, for example. So I'm going to play it how I know, obviously having played it before, I obviously know the usefulness and benefits of all the orgs because I've used all of them before. So I am going to actually go myself for the microfiber muscle because there are certain heavy boxes later on that I actually want to pick up and throw around. So we're going to install this in the arms. You'll notice that it's up there in the top right. So we're fully healed and we've got our org. So what else can we do? Let's go down to level 4. Restricted area. Just says restricted. Sound indicates a camera. Can't see one. And it's secure. Bypass strength infinite. The only way you can unlock this is by hacking a computer or another person, like a member of the story opening it for you. I won't spoil what happens here. This happens a little bit later on. So I mean, obviously it's a thing. It's not just here for show. This is actually an area, but this happens later on. So we don't need to worry about this. All you need to know is if something's got a bypass strength of infinite or a lock strength of infinite, it cannot be lockpicked, it cannot be hacked with multi-tools, so you need to either unlock it via a terminal, like a computer terminal, or it gets opened at some point for plot advancement. The body of the NSF guy. Throwing knives. Throw him, let alone the knives. Knives. Knives can stay in my inventory. Oh no, need lockpicks for it. Now the reason I like having lockpicks and multi-tools, it seems that I'm finding keys for every door. I can promise you this, you will not find keys for every door. You will not be able to open every electronical lock with, you know, opening a computer. It is nice to have 20 lockpicks and 20 multi-tools, which is the maximum you can have in your inventory. I've got 6 multi-tools and 3 lockpicks at the moment. Later on, there are things like you might need several locks or several keypads to go through areas, and sometimes it's just more convenient just to unlock them right there and then. Med-lab closet. Hid the key behind the plant
Years
pot.
of training and you're still all thumbs.
I'm reading a book. What is my... These people don't want me smart, that's what it is. They want me dumb, because if I'm smart I can, you know, conquer the planet or some shit. Like, they don't want me reading books. What's with this? So what's in the medical cabinet? Ooh. Surprise, surprise, in the medical closet is a medical kit. You can also lock doors with the nano key as well. Doesn't really make a difference whether you lock or unlock. It can save you say if you're running away from an enemy, you can lock a door behind you. They will open it, but it will usually take them about half a second longer to open it if it's unlocked. If it's locked than if it's unlocked.
Hey, JC.
You look like the real thing. They actually let you operate on people?
Just fixed Gunther's knee, in fact. A sticky actuator. So far, I feel more like a mechanic than a doctor.
I'm impressed.
They actually let you point a gun at people.
We'll have to catch up later. I've got to leave for New York right away. Could you send Manderley whatever it is he wants?
No problem. Listen, JC. About your augmentations. You know they're preparing to roll out the technology worldwide, right?
As long as I don't turn green and grow a pair of antennas, as I understand it.
Yeah, well, the design's pretty modular, which means you'll soon have access to upgrades from standard augmentation canisters.
Great. Have anything for me?
Not yet. But remember, if you find one of these canisters, that you need a medbot for installation.
I'll do that.
The canisters contain a colloid of ROM modules. Some are generic upgrades, others require you to make permanent choices about how to configure one of your subsystems.
It's about time they implemented some of this stuff.
So cool, he doesn't have anything for me right now, but obviously he might have something for me at another time. Jaime Reyes is a cool guy.
One more thing before I go, since you've been briefed on my augmentations. What can you tell me about the info link?
Let's see. Micro-receiver exostructure in the sulci, mechanocarbon threads on the axons. For queuing, you know, packet routing. Anything particularly interest you?
Is there a way to turn it off?
The info link?
Yeah, or is someone at Unatco tuned in 24 hours?
This might sound a little funny, JC, but I'm not permitted to answer that question.
Your clearance is higher than mine?
Regarding your systems, I am your physician.
No big deal. I was just curious.
Goddamn Infolink, they're always watching me.
Carter's out the door and around the corner. He's got your stealth pistol.
Oh, stealth pistol time. Yeah, stealth pistol is an awesome weapon. It's one of my favourites. It's tempting to upgrade it, but you can get a special version of the stealth pistol later on.
At ease, Agent Denton.
General Carter, I read about the Merced operation in school. This is a great honor.
I'm not a general anymore. Just call me Carter.
I can't believe what the NSF did to your family.
Enough of that, soldier. We each have our troubles. I lost my children, but you've had to grow up without your parents, which requires more courage. I don't think it matters.
My parents died in a car accident. That's different.
I said that's enough. You have your own op and time is short. How about I issue you a stealth pistol?
That sounds fine. Thank you, sir.
What else do you think you'll need?
So, we've got multi-tools, we've got lockpicks. I'll tell you what he does if you say just give me ammo. He gives you 10mm, a box of 10mm pistol ammo, which is just a clip, which is 10 rounds. It's not very much. He also has a go at you for being a pleb, basically. We have 6 multi-tools, 3 lockpicks, so smart lockpick is always handy.
A smart lockpick is always handy.
That's right. Infiltrate and evade. Engage only on your own terms. Now move out. Manderley's waiting.
Hey, what about that guy out front selling munitions? Is that allowed?
Oh, Kaplan, right. We've got some screwballs around here, but he's not the problem. It's whoever's been breaking into the armory.
Someone at Unatco's a thief?
Yes, sir. And a damn good one.
So, Sam Carter, again, awesome guy.
A pistol is more than adequate. Hell, I dispatched a whole platoon one time with a pocket knife.
Yeah, this guy's just a badass. Let's see if he says any more things. I don't think we can get him to say anything else. Let's try one more time. Come on, say something.
No time for chit-chat.
Oh, bastard. Yeah. So yeah, it was the normal pistol that was bugged. This pistol is fully functional.
I don't like getting shot at. Not one bit.
Who fucking does? Throwing knives are pretty cool. Some throwing knives. Of course, we've done everything, so we need to go speak to Jay Manderley. Let's go to Manderley.
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarro, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue, plus 250 for rescuing Agent Herman. That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir.
By the way, Denton, Stay out of the ladies' restroom. That kind of activity embarrasses the agency more than it does you.
So again,
we'll meet up in the city.
It doesn't actually affect anything, but it can change dialogue and make other characters react slightly different to you. Again,
you'll come to admire your partner. She's one of our best.
Exactly. You know, the environment it gets affected, and it's quite subtle sometimes, and it's kind of cool that they've added those layers. It's not just like, okay, they have stock things that they say to you over time, and they obviously only will say a few things for each part of the story, but the fact that they added in so many extra layers and so many different options is just amazing.
Leave from where you arrived, Denton. The boat dock. Move it.
Wants me to get the fuck out, so let's get the fuck out. Okay, so I'm just going to quick save it. But before we go, it's probably a good idea to have a look at my inventory and see what's going on. So we've got extra clip that we could make the pistol. I mean, we've got, it's good assault, we've got some prod charger. It's got no ammo at the moment, but we'll probably find some ammo for it. We've got some throwing knives, we've got good amount of med kits, we don't really use any biological energy yet. The light barely uses any, and you can recharge that fairly often anyway, so it's not too bad. And we've got 2 PS20s, which are one-shot kills. Okay, so 3/4 of an hour. I know Unatco's not very big, but it's kind of nice to explore everywhere and everything. There's quite a lot to do, and each time you come back to Unatco, it's worth exploring every single room, every single hidden panel on the floor, every single closet, janitor's closet again, because nothing really to spoil, but obviously there's items to pick up, and things will change, and characters will say different stuff, so it's always worth going back to these places again and again. You come back here throughout the game for various reasons and missions, and it's always good, like I said, to check the side rooms and all that.
Good work up there.
They give various items for you. So, let's just head outside. So we need to head to the boat dock.
Wish I was going with you.
Wish I was going with you. I'm gonna kick some NSF butt.
Good luck out there. Man, 2 Dentons in the field. The NSF won't know what hit them.
Way to go, sir.
Nothing in here. I don't think, I was checking, I don't think this gets restocked yet. No, it gets restocked at the end, or when different missions go on. So when we next come back here. I do like the lens flare effect on the street lamps. I find that quite cool. Gives it a nice atmosphere.
Good luck, Agent.
Still got the knife on the floor. So what we're going to do, I'll get to the next mission, we'll get to the area where it happens, and then
the boat's ready.
End this Let's Play Part 2.
Let's get out.
Alright, let's go. The terrorists are in a fighting retreat. A few have barricaded themselves inside Castle Clinton.
Lead the way.
Our orders are to locate a barrel of ambrosia they are hiding inside. I will give you a schematic of the barrel, but first we will exterminate the NSF terrorists.
Exterminate?
A precious opportunity we cannot neglect.
What about the rest of the shipment?
That is your brother's assignment. You will take the subway to meet him in Hell's Kitchen. But first, we should deal with Castle Clinton.
Are we going in the front, or is there another way?
A secondary entrance would be useful, but I am aware of no such thing.
Cool. So, Castle Clinton. Okay, thanks for watching part 2 of my Deus Ex Let's Play. Part 3 we will deal with Castle Clinton Battery Park, and probably see how long that takes us. If that takes us a while, I might split that up, and then obviously from then on it will be Hell's Kitchen. Thanks for watching, I'm Flisk, and see you next time.